So I think we continuously evolving as a company. One is, of course, gradually we are coming with more and more products to become a more of a platform. We just concluded a 3-city bootcamp for our partners, where we covered more than 150 partners, which is a bootcamp for hands-on training on the threat intelligence. As a company, we've been, I think, foremost when it comes to holding the laws of the country or a particular region to the highest level of scrutiny and technical. Long term, what we're looking at is as the most trusted brand when it comes to our customers and partners for the best in class cybersecurity products and services, and that's what we aim for.
Greetings everyone. Today IT Voice is at Kaspersky India's office and we are in conversation with Mr. Jaydeep Singh. He's the General Manager India for Kaspersky. So thank you so much for taking out time.
Thank you, Menika. Good to be here.
Yeah. So maybe we can start with a brief overview of your role here at Kaspersky.
Thanks, Menika. So my role entails ensuring that we leverage the entire ecosystem of Kaspersky products and services to our partners and the customer ecosystem, which means working with cross-functional teams within Kaspersky, enablement of the programs for our partners, and ensuring that we keep the entire Kaspersky brand in the highest esteem possible.
And how would you describe Kaspersky's current presence and operations in India?
So Kaspersky is, I think, in line with our global use. And what's happening with Kaspersky globally is that I think we are increasing our overall presence in the B2B business, and that is reflecting in the business in India region also. And gradually we are seeing that the overall contribution is increasing month on month, quarter on quarter. Currently, we are, and because of that, we are adding people, manpower, both in the customer-facing roles as well as with post-sales roles in the same line. And I think what we're doing right now over the last 2 years is adding around 25% growth in the manpower year on year, which is more or less in line with the growth of our B2B business also. So it's been a great journey for us, and I think we are seeing great interest in some of the product lines from Kaspersky, from almost all verticals, and in multiple different products and services which we offer.
And could you maybe throw light on some key initiatives and projects that Kaspersky is currently involved in within the Indian market?
Yeah, so let me start with the first thing is creating awareness of cybersecurity. I think that awareness is required whether you are an homemaker, whether you are a student, whether you are a professional. I think so. What we're doing is that we are leveraging a lot of our awareness campaigns in the country. We are also talking to institutions like IIT Mumbai on how we can leverage some of the training programs for the awareness and enablement of key skills in the ecosystem. The other part what we're doing is we are from an Kaspersky solution perspective. What we're doing is we are training our partners so that they can go and deploy the solutions for the customers, which are Kaspersky solutions, right from the endpoint solutions, from the server protection solutions which are more strategic, like the threat intelligence portfolio, the digital footprint portfolio, which are more strategic in nature. So I think we'll be doing these two parts pretty aggressively. We just concluded a 3-city bootcamp for our partners, where we covered more than 150 partners, which is a bootcamp for hands-on training on the threat intelligence portfolio.
So you mentioned a very important aspect of raising awareness. So can you share some significant challenges that individuals face and even organizations for that matter in terms of cybersecurity, and how is Kaspersky positioned to address those challenges?
So let me take the first one first. So from a Kaspersky perspective, I think we have one of the best solutions in the market from a B2C perspective, but I think more and more we're seeing a lot of relevance coming to the B2B space also. So we are offering solutions which are relevant to all these spaces, whether it's the enterprise, the mid-market, SME, whether it's, and of course in the B2C space. And what we're doing is we are adding a lot of services on top of it, which are forward-looking services, which are beyond your visual range. As I mentioned, things like the threat intelligence portfolio, things like the digital footprint intelligence, takedown services. So these are things which we're doing, we bring to the market, which is in line with our portfolio per se. What we're also doing is creating things like hackathons, and hackathons create a lot of excitement, especially in the student community, and then that percolates down to the industry. So we are working with some of the institutions like IITs to create a hackathon, which should be, I believe, in the month of December. We should hear about it. What we're also doing is, and this is more towards ensuring that Kaspersky solutions are not only the solutions are sort of evangelized in the market, but also on the awareness campaigns. And I think we did a big kids resiliency project, which was done around awareness project, which was done around 3 months back, and we will share some details with you on that. That was a great campaign we did, which was led from the APAC and down to the Indian regions, and that is focused providing basic cybersecurity hygiene, which can be done by everyone.
And so backtracking a little, you mentioned a little about the word ecosystems, and what we understand of ecosystems is that there are several parties involved. So are there any notable collaborations or partnerships that Kaspersky has established? It could be with government bodies, with other organizations per se.
Yeah, so absolutely right. So what we do is we work with all the institutions possible. I can't name any specific institution from government, but what I can tell you is we collaborate with all the nodal agencies who are available and interested to collaborate with us. What we're doing is we are also talking to some of the leading industry bodies who are right now looking at the Make in India initiatives, and a lot of products are coming out of the Make in India initiatives. Now, all the when you do a Make in India project, and of course we have young tech runners, as I call them, they might not have all the elements of a particular product. What we're doing is saying that take a portion of the of Kaspersky code, which we productize. Like in products, like we have some things called the mobile SDKs and scan engines, and those can be integrated in the product offering when we are taking to the market. Now, this helps the ecosystem in the sense that their costs are lower, their learning curve is not very steep, and their overall GTM is faster.
Yeah.
So these are two things what we're doing right now. Apart from that, what we're looking at is extending our portfolio to the MSP and the MSSP players. How it helps is that it helps in reaching out to a very important segment of the market, which is the SMB and the mid-market enterprise customers who are looking at security, who might not have the resources or skills to deploy the solutions. So there are three specific areas we're looking at right now.
So, sir, today, we talk about data privacy and compliance. These are, you can say, sort of buzzwords. So, if we maybe have to have a conversation on that, how does Kaspersky ensure data privacy compliance with, local regulations in India? Are there any specific measures that are followed here?
So, I think Kaspersky, as a company, we've been, I think, foremost when it comes to holding the laws of the country or a particular region to the highest level of scrutiny and integrity. What we do is that we, for all data protection, we follow the GDPR guidelines in Europe. In India, we very clearly align to the DPDPA guidelines and ensure that we are in full compliance with those particular guidelines. And of course, we also follow some of our internal processes, which are at times more stringent than some of the guidelines, to ensure that we do not share information about our customers, which is beyond what they want us to share or the metadata which they want us to share.
And I'm sure our readers, would be a little keen to know about what recent innovations or breakthroughs in cybersecurity has Kaspersky been a part of.
Yeah, so I think we continuously evolving as a company. One is, of course, gradually we are coming with more and more products to become a more of a platform player with products like SD-WAN, products like Kicks for OT, which is Kaspersky Industrial Cybersecurity Platform for the OT part, which is for the production units. From something which is very unique, what we've done is we've recently done a huge amount of, not recently, the last few years, we've done a lot of investment in a platform called the COS platform, which is a Kaspersky operating system platform. Now, this is an immutable OS, which is created on the microkernel architecture. And what it does is that it does not, it ensures that you cannot be held ransom to any kind of attacks by malware, by any kind of ransomware, etc. So this is a very important investment we've done, and what we're doing is that we're extending this to people who want to create any kind of hardware, mobile phones, etc., which require a high level of scrutiny, high level of resiliency, especially to cybersecurity attacks. So these are areas we are trying to extend the COS platform to, and we are pretty excited about it.
Yeah, that sounds very reassuring as well. So let's talk about the future a little. What are the strategic goals and aspirations of Kaspersky in the Indian market in the next couple of years? And are there any specific milestones that folks here are, really looking forward to achieving?
So, one, we're looking at launching some of the most strategic product lines in the country. We're launching of course, some of the products we launch which are a part of the regular launch which is there, but we're launching the XDR platform, which is the extended discovery and response platform. So that will be launched in November, and what I think this is a very significant launch. And XDR from Kaspersky is offered in two forms. One is a native form, which is used for all the Kaspersky applications, and then we can of course integrate with multiple different other applications for customers. Which also is that we've also launched our own SIEM platform, which is very useful for customers. What we're also doing uniquely is we're offering customers to deploy this on premises. We're just not saying that we deploy it on cloud as a SaaS model. And customers who are looking at better control of key solutions like XDR would have the flexibility of deploying that on premises. So that's something what we're doing. In the long term, what we're looking at is as the most trusted brand when it comes to our customers and partners for the best-in-class cybersecurity products and services, and that's what we're aiming for.
Got it, and that sounds like a well-thought-out roadmap as well. So, just a couple of closing thoughts from you. Is there anything else you would like to share with our audiences about Kaspersky, about the cybersecurity landscape, maybe any potential threats which are yet to reveal themselves but can become a big possibility in the future?
Thank you. And I think very important question. One is, I think from our customers and prospects, I think we should look at some of the best-in-class services, especially on the threat feeds, threat intelligence, DFI, takedown services, incident response services. But I think what I would also like to talk about is I think more and more the direction and velocity of attacks is moving towards the industrial infrastructure. And Kaspersky has some of the best-in-class products and services towards the industrial institutions. We have something called Kicks for network and Kicks for OT, which means that we're able to protect assets for organizations both on network side and the OT side. A lot of people, and I think we're one of the most unique ones to provide that solution, which means that we could protect any kind of attacks against institutions like refineries, against institutions like water purification bodies, etc. What we're adding on top of it is the threat intelligence feeds for ICS platform, the Industrial Cybersecurity Platform, which is very, very unique. We don't know of any other OEMs of repute who is providing these services. So I would encourage customers to look at these services because we're seeing a lot of, as I mentioned, a change in velocity of attacks towards the industrial infrastructure for customers.
Got it. So thank you so much, sir, for such an inspiring conversation. I'm sure our audiences would greatly benefit from it. And we at IT Voice can't wait to see Kaspersky, reach newer heights.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.